I'm down here. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. Yes, 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 yes.
Turn down this TV. Okay. What's up, Weston? Kevin, what's up?
So anxious to get up here. Looking at this.
What's
Oh,
going on with you guys?
Sigmund, thank you, dude. Holy shit.
Trying to think of the best way I want to do this. Probably got to sit down in this chair right now.
Check them out. Insight slowly returning.
Hold on 1 second. Uh, nah, no gaming tonight. I did. Was helping on my wife with some stuff, so actually not in the mood to game tonight. Just feel like chilling, talking to you guys.
Have to have a lot of. I don't.
So yeah,
No way.
no gaming.
I have no pellets. Oh my god.
Maybe next time.
I got toilet paper and fire razors.
I actually didn't really.
Wow.
Actually didn't take too much time today into
Release gauge on this weapon is super good.
gaming. Hold on, let me put in my headphones
Sight focus.
so that way you guys can hear me a little bit
In the same spot.
better.
Okay, good.
Like I did a little bit of gaming. What's up, Chris? What's going on? I did a little bit of gaming today, but I didn't do that much.
Okay,
I
where'd you
barely
go?
played anything. I actually spent more time with my wife and everything today. Sometimes it's necessary. Since some days you just don't feel like gaming for the most part, so you just kind of sit down, just chill out.
Okay.
Sorry, my face is all up in the camera.
Sleepy bitch, you know that?
Yeah, I remember you was telling me that you graduate. Don't worry, man. I'll make sure I send my congrats over to you for sure. Let me cut off the light, baby. Yes, baby. I've been rubbing your knee the entire time you was asleep. Okay.
Raise the fire
You
hazers.
Yeah,
can't have one side moisturizing
I,
like the other side.
I understand that, man. I was rubbing your knee for the entire time that you was over here asleep.
I didn't do it.
Of course you didn't, because you was asleep. Just like you about to fall right back asleep now.
No! I swear to God, at the end of these, you're gonna shut off!
Yeah. So yeah, I just spent all my time today mainly just chilling and relaxing.
Very tame.
What's been up with you guys today? What you do with yourself?
Just be using. Take the saw blade and get him like stun locked or saw cleaver, I think it is, and you just stun lock the shit out of him. I need to heal 3 times
Pack for the
heal
field this week.
without getting stun locked. Yes,
What you gonna be doing in the field?
that is appropriate and correct. I don't even have the saw cleaver. What would the fuck is
Battlefront 2. Oh yeah, I know it's free this week. I know it's gonna be free.
right now?
I'll add it to the library.
Looks like it's happening. Yeah, looks like it's happening again.
Are you just afraid of rejection, Raven?
It didn't happen. It didn't happen last night, but yes, it did take place around the same time. Um,
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Never stream these days. Don't make
Yes,
people
but no.
worried about that. And just can't have
So
over it.
what stopped you from actually saying something? Rosario, what's going on, man? How you doing, brother?
Okay, I dropped
Yeah,
the ball great.
what stopped you from saying anything?
Did it.
I've been chilling, man. I've been relaxing.
Um,
What about yourself? What you been up to?
yeah, Chad.
Chilling, relaxing, and working my ass off,
I've dropped it
as I
down enough
always do.
for it to be super low, and I'm gonna see if it evens out. But it appears that my internet might be doing the exact same thing that it did before. Solved so many problems, only to be
I mean,
constantly reminded of the fact that
if she don't want to be friends with you after you let her know how you feel, then I mean, this wasn't meant to be friends with her.
quality
I
of
don't think
service.
anybody
I mean, yeah, the connection's good though.
I don't think anybody should stop being friends with someone
Really
if
sad because I
you
just
know
lost it
that
so
person
quickly.
tells them how they feel.
I've
I
been
mean,
so busy.
you just can't,
So this is gonna look
you just got to be
terrible.
careful on how you are around her.
But even for me to
But other than
stream,
that, though, that shouldn't stop anyone from being friends.
uh, even for me to stream, I have to drop it this low. Let me check. Hold on a second. Do a quick speed test. Doing a quick speed test here. Hold on.
Did some yard work on Saturday, cut the grass in the backyard. What else did I do this weekend? Nothing else really.
Can you just work this out?
Yeah, Chad. I'm pretty much screwed.
What up here?
Unfortunately, Spectrum has okay, get files. Yes. Oh, just get the other internet options
Oh
off.
yeah, that's what happens, man. You just gotta
Great advice.
things that happen in the manner it's supposed to when it's
Yeah,
supposed to
just
happen.
get the other internet
What's
network
up,
off.
Def? How you doing,
We
man?
don't have options.
Thank you, man. I
Corporate
appreciate it.
America, you understand? We live in the United States of America. We do not have options.
So,
We have to do or not the
a
thing.
couple things that I do want to say. First and foremost,
Yeah, my shit's buff.
I've been seeing a lot of the things as far as like solidarity things that I'm
Yeah,
seeing
the the
all
gig,
around the
right?
country, and not even in this
Yeah,
country,
most
but
of the
also
and that's kind of
in like
my
other
upload.
areas as far as like
My upload is now down to
Australia and New Zealand. I actually need to do a
12.5
video tomorrow.
upload speed.
Somebody sent me a video of a haka that they did in regards to
So
you
yeah,
know protesting in regards to the what's going on right
this
now with the
misconnection
Black Lives Matter
refers
movement
to
and stuff
distributed
like
and
that. So
realigned Southern California.
I had to do a reaction video to
Appreciate that. Okay, my upload is now at
what someone sent
12.5.
me earlier
Give me
today.
1 second.
So I'll be doing that tomorrow. But
I'll be right back.
I wanted to say thank
Man,
you.
it's probably gonna start dropping frames now. It's
Yeah.
dropping frames like crazy right now.
I just wanted to personally say thank you to anyone that's showing any type of support
Yes,
to what's
dude.
going on, and doing everything in a peaceful manner, and not causing harm to anyone or
Yeah,
anything,
I'm gonna start dropping it again.
but still letting their feelings be known, and
Even if I did,
still showing the solidarity that everybody else is showing. So
extremely low.
me being a black man, an African American man here in the world, means a lot to me. So I do appreciate that a lot, whole lot.
Let's see if it's working again.
Secondly,
Call
it
tech
seems
support.
like
Try to call tech support. I don't think that.
one of those type of videos that I had did some years ago for some reason, and it's actually one that's yeah, I seen those T-shirts too, Raven. It's actually one of the videos that is like near and dear to my heart, and something that is going to continue to keep sticking with me from from here on out. It was the reaction video that I did to Jonah Lamu his tribute haka that they did, and I think I did that video about like 2 years ago, and so I think that video now is starting to get once again starting to get a lot of traction out of nowhere. I think it's popping up in people suggested videos and things like that. But that video is not monetized, and I don't want it to be monetized because of everything that is entailing with it and what it is involving and what it means to me in regards to paying respect to the individual that died. Um, but also, like I said, for me at that time, it was a little bit after, Pop's death and things like that. And so, you know, that is something that is always going to be, like I said, is my favorite, one of my favorite videos that I've ever done, um, because of the sentiments behind it for me personally. What's up, Rian? How you doing? Or Rian, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Uh, Noah, what's going on, man? How you doing? So, so yeah. Other than that, though, it's just been a kind of chill weekend. I did play some Warzone with the fellas over the course of the weekend. We didn't really play like that today. Um, Played yesterday. Yesterday was absolute like garbage with the stuff that was going on with that, and so I just had to. We just ended up just not even playing for a long extended period of time yesterday. We just ended up calling it a night early, and then probably at some point this week between hopefully I want to say what's today, Sunday, hopefully between like Tuesday and Friday at some point we're going to get back into playing PUBG again and streaming PUBG again and see what it's like now with the new season, all the other stuff that they've added into it. And I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know how this is going to go because I have not played that game in about 2.5 months. And so I'm going to be really, 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 really rusty going back and playing PUBG again. Been on GTA 5 a lot. Got bored of Car Warzone. It's great, man. Man, BRs are not your cup of tea. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. It does. You do get burnt out, and I do play Warzone too. Rian, you can get burnt out of like battle royales. You can't get bored. You can't get burnt out of it, especially if you play it every day. But for me, I don't play Warzone every day. I play it maybe 2 days out of the week. And it'll be either like Friday and Saturday, or maybe 3 days. So sometimes Sundays, Sunday, Friday, and Saturday are the only days that I've actually ever touched Warzone. Now with the new season, when the new season come out, I'll touch it. Special Day for Destiny 2, isn't it like a new DLC stuff coming out for it? So yeah, it just depends though. Some games are just you just get burnt out of them. Some games you can't get enough of it, but you don't want to. Yeah, it does take a lot of time of practice. It takes a lot of time of practice. Get the awareness and everything back up and everything. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. But like you said, it's like that with any game. Yep, new season, a new story. Um, it's how can I put war? How can I put it? How can I put it? So, I mean, Warzone is free, as you know, and it doesn't require you to actually buy Call of Duty. Anything that you level up in Warzone actually counts towards the game itself. So if you do happen to play the game itself and you want to, play with certain weapons. Any weapon that you unlock in any type of like level that you're at goes towards like multiplayer and things like that. How to describe Warzone? It's hard to describe Warzone, honestly. Some days are good, some days are bad. I would not recommend anybody to play solos because solos are like the worst mode. Solos is the worst on Warzone is the worst solo experience in a battle royale game that I've ever played, and that's saying a lot. That's saying a whole lot because even with other battle royale games, I mean, even though it plays slow, is it something about Warzone? It's just something about Warzone where solos is not it's not made for it. It's not made for it personally. Duos is great. I love duos on Warzone. Trios is cool. Quads can be a little hectic, but duos is probably the best. Is honestly the best mode on Warzone right now, without a doubt. It's a lot of fun playing duos. For me personally, it's a lot of fun. If the servers go in your direction, that's a story for a whole nother day. But overall, though, just a simple fact as far as like just as far as like having a good experience and having a fun experience, I would recommend that people play duos. But other than that, though, it's a lot of things that have to go in your direction in order to come out on the winning side. Warzone has problems in regards to the service for one, but a lot of rooftop camping, a lot of buildings, a lot of windows, but it's ways that you can kind of circumvent and ways that you can kind of go in different routes to try to avoid from getting caught up. But that's just one thing that that's one thing that you have to worry about the most, mainly rooftop camping, and build at buildings, and just depending on the way the circle rotates and if you have houses and stuff like that. 9 times out of 10, you'll be able to tell whether or not if it's a team or if someone's sitting inside of a building looking out of a window, or in an attic of a house that outlooks like a certain sight line that you got to come down. So some stuff is just obvious, but the more you play it, your situational awareness improves, and so it becomes a little bit easier. It's just sometimes you just get, in my opinion, what's the best game of the year for this year? FF7 remake right now, hands down. At the moment, that's the best game of the year. If on PC the hacks are bad and some don't even bother hiding it, yeah, yeah. I try to turn crossplay off. Honestly, I try to cut that shit off. Your choice: RE4 remake, Code Veronica, or RE8. It's a good question, Trey. That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to choose between the three. I mean, well, for me, I mean, Code Veronica is cool. I know how you feel about Code Veronica, and RE4 is like one of my favorites. It's in my top 5 as far as RE games are concerned. So I'm going to lean more towards like RE4, but you guys know how I feel about RE7 too, and RE7 is underrated. Yes, you have to play FF7 remake. You have to play that. You absolutely positively have to. That experience with that game is just on a whole nother level. On a whole nother level. And I love every second of my 45 plus hours of playing that game. Every second. That game was fucking fantastic. Was my expectations and more. Do you prefer it without taking turns? Yeah, yeah. I think the bad thing about the combat in FF7 is the air combat. That's the worst part about it. The air combat is horrible. That's the bad part about FF7 remake. It's just the air combat, but the fluidity of the combat itself and the type of stuff you can do with the combat in this one is so goddamn fun, man. It is so fun, so damn fun. So I prefer this free motion of combat in FF7. True, true, true. I can understand how you feel about that, Trey. But unless you actually play it, if you play it and you see what I'm saying, like actually sitting back and watching somebody play it, just play it themselves, and seeing the type of stuff that they do with it is totally different versus when you get your hands on it and when you're actually playing it, and you see yourself as far as like the type of stuff you can link together, the abilities with people, and how, dude, it's so fucking fun. It is so fun. Man, I had so much fun with that game. So I can't wait to see what they do with part two. Now at this point, we just have we have Last of Us 2 coming out very soon, and then after that is Ghost of Tsushima. And man, I can't wait for that, man. Samurai Games, Samurai Games is ooh, man. Yeah, I'll go back and watch it after. I'll do it after. Yeah, I have no problem doing that after. But I'm not going to look at indie trailers right now until that game is out. Once that game is out, then I'll go back and look at it. But until then, nah, no spoilers for me. Like even that whole state of play thing that they did in regards to like Last of Us 2. Even if I was home not at work, I still wouldn't have watched it because I feel like I would have been spoiled by seeing different little plot points. And even though they probably didn't show off that much, yeah, which is true. Which is true. I stand behind that. I stand behind that. That game is great. The game is great. Going back and playing it again and streaming it again. Hey Sarah, what's up? What's going on? Going back and streaming that game again, to me personally, just made me further realize how much I love that game, and how invested I was into it. I was so invested into that goddamn game. Oh yes, how was the date, Sarah? You took the question right out of my mouth, Trey. Yeah, I mean, I figured it won't be nothing like the old one, but I mean, to finally get some type of conclusion of the story, and even though we've been waiting around, that's good. I'm glad you had a good time. Glad you had a good time. I can't put it in the same. I'm not going to put it in the same echelon as the original, though. Eddie, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, man, I'm doing good, man. Well, hopefully everything's good with you too, Eddie. It's certain games where it's hard to touch the original compared to you know a remake, or if a sequel comes out. Like for me, I'll use this game as an example. Shenmue 3. Shenmue 3 is a perfect example of a game where everyone waited a long time for it, and I don't know if it's something about it just didn't grab me as much as I thought it was. Okay, that's cool. That's cool if they do that. Like Shenmue 3, as much as I wanted to play it, yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that nasty ass video. I've definitely seen it. Yeah, it just didn't grab me as much as I wanted it to. So I I had no desire in wanting to. What's up? What's going on, brother? I remember the name, man. It's been a long ass time since I seen you in here. How you been? Yeah, I feel you, Trey. I feel you on that, man. I totally feel you on that. Um,
Oh, sorry, chat.
yeah, that's all it is, man. I'm working hard, brother. Working hard, chilling, staying out of trouble. The same stuff as usual, man. Nothing new. Nothing new. Same old same. Um, so yeah, it's just a lot of games where it's just good to just leave the original like how it is. How you been? How you been, Romero? I'm actually in the bedroom right now. Probably about to go out in the living room in a second. I was sitting here watching Max's stream, his charity stream for Color Change charity for Black Lives Matter. He was playing Bloodborne. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good ones though. It's a lot of good friendships in K11.
Okay.
It's just I said before, they did a good job when it came to the friendships in there. They did a real good job.
Did you
Um,
do any of the big old spaces?
let's see, anything else, man?
Real like
Didn't do nothing else this weekend. Didn't do nothing else. Just chilled, sat down, relaxed myself a little bit. We have we actually have the girls. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, I told my story about what happened to me before in regards to you know, my running, my only negative running with the police.
what is still terrible
I
traffic
told it
lanes.
before. So you guys already know. Um
Yeah.
you talk about something that's you got a long ass way to go before that, man. We got a long way to go before Thanksgiving, Trey. A whole long way to go before Thanksgiving. So yeah, we got the girls' graduation parade, or you know, kind of small get together on Saturday here at the house. So it'll be kind of like a drive through type thing, and then we'll have some food for. Um, we'll have some food for about 10 people that we'll have here after everything is all over. Yeah, I agree, Trey. I agree.
Off the brain. No, I'm not gonna really worry about that.
And then
So
and then that's all we'll be doing on Saturday. Um, Friday I'll probably be doing some work around the house if I gotta head out and go to work. So oh yeah, it's a lot of other videos. It's a whole compilation of people that did the same thing. And it's not just that one Sarah. It's a lot. There's a lot of videos that are like that. Hold on, let me cut off this light at this table real quick. Sorry. It got like mad dark. Wait, just depends though. It's not all strawberries are not the same.
go now or worse. That's where I am now.
Yeah, all of them are not the same.
Excuse me.
I don't think that was fake. Shit is nasty though. Gave me the chills. Gave me the absolute chills.
Pigs versus ninjas. Here we go.
Never heard about this worm stuff before. You guys are scaring me for real. No, look it up though, Noah. It's real. It's a video of people taking water and salt, mixing it together, putting the strawberries on the inside, and I don't know how long they left it in the water for, but you know, they'll clip the video, and then next thing you know, it shows some type of bug or something being in the water because of it being drawn out from the strawberry. I forgot to tell you this last time, but what's the worst date you've ever had? I didn't really go on too many dates.
Hey, pigs. Please come fight the ninjas.
I was watching this video of H3H3, and he was saying that the girl that also,
Holy shit! Holy shit!
mm,
Holy shit! Went poorly for me.
that's terrible. Actually,
Ninjas won that one.
and I just thought about this for some reason. So I seen two videos. One yesterday where a guy, because since Max is doing this charity stream, it's got me thinking about the shit.
Three of them die in one get
So,
brutally destroyed.
seeing a video where a guy showed up in wearing blackface at a Black Lives Matter protest in Toronto. Then I seen a video earlier today where it's probably going to restart itself, Kevin. Then I seen another video earlier today where a landlord evicted two business owners, or evicted some business owners because they seen them during the peaceful protests on social media for Black Lives Matter.
Get tickets, yeah?
Girl who basically catfished you because all of her videos were upward angle, never seen bullfighty body shots.
Extra, extra. Pigs versus ninjas. Round two. Who will be
Yeah, it's. I think a lot of the women do.
alive? It's Saturday night.
I didn't know that. I did not know that. No idea. I did not know about that.
Other pig, other pig. Okay, ninjas are gonna possibly win this. Ninjas won hard.
Um,
Good damage though.
yeah, I think a lot of the women that I know of anyway, they always pick the right angle for their pictures. So I'm not surprised that you didn't see nothing but a certain angle, because I think all women do that, take pictures at certain angles to give them a different shot, a different view, different angle, make them seem make them well, I can't say make them seem more attractive, but you know how how people take pictures in a certain way to make themselves look more appealing.
Serving this game is.
It just it
It really hit me hard.
how can I put it?
I didn't
It
think that would
accentuates,
actually been
or it really puts out or helps out the person's physical attributes and puts them out more depending on the angle that you're at. So like it'll be like me. So if I do like this here, and sorry you see all that shit back there, that's the nightstand. So if I do it like this here, and that's a different angle. If I do it like this isn't a good angle, or this might be a good angle. This might be. It just depends.
realize how
Whatever way to help bring out that person's physical presence more
sick.
is what people do.
How do you even? What's worth a damn masterpiece?
Oh God, Sarah, terrible, terrible. Uh, Yeah,
Why do you love this game?
like I've heard people get catfish like really, 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 really bad, like really bad to the point where it's almost just like if someone's wearing makeup and they wipe the makeup off and it's a whole different goddamn face.
Because you can't see what I'm seeing right now, which
What's dog? Oh, do I even want to know what dogfish is for real? Are you saying dogfish as far as like a male not putting out their real what's up what's up killer? As far as like a male not actually putting out
yeah, it's about that. But then it drops down to
his real picture.
50 frames, so drops down to 500 again. Zero. Bitrate is
Okay,
actually zero
figured that much.
for a moment there.
Just had to put two and two
Could be in
together.
the could be in the middle of some country so much further away and so much even less developed than where I live and probably a better internet right now.
Oh, I just realized something. I just seen that I guess the Deep the one started doing try not to laugh challenges again.
Not going so well.
Why would you why would you think she meant that?
I have too many of these.
That's funny.
Yeah, I've too many custom flood files. She's sad that the ninjas didn't lose. I mean, I took out the last two ninjas. Ninjas won. There was two ninjas left over, and there's probably like five. Okay, so let's go drop these tacos off
You talking about me, Trey?
while we still can.
Hmm? Hopefully so.
Shit,
Hopefully
do a
so.
final,
I need to get something to drink.
especially
I need to get some juice. Real quick. Oops. Wrong light switch. Do you guys sleep on your belly, face down? My side. I always go to sleep on my side. It helps out with the for me I have to sleep on my side because I have sleep apnea. And so sleeping on my side helps out with that. This guy put up a younger version of himself. The abs and match.com. All right. But over here, people about racially profiled him too. Half Mexican, half white. They're always giving me and my parents dirty looks and remarks, and it sucks. Yeah, that sucks that you got to go through that, man. Face down, then side, then. So you know the positions that you. To me, I have to lay on my side. On my side. Think it's reconnecting. All right, I think we're back now. My bad. Hold on. I just hit this down real quick. All right. Good old lemonade. I don't know what just happened. Why I just disconnected on you guys. You better not be drinking from No, it's a cup, man. See, it's a cup. Your brother does that to you too. I know my wife would actually like Saints Row. She came in last night on she came in last night when I was creating my character, and it came to making his packets small or large. Excuse me. Sorry. So she she was like, what the hell is this? I was like, you can actually make your character's dick size bigger or smaller. And she was just like, oh. She's like, well, I guess you're gonna have to take that up some. So I was like, okay. So I started taking it up, and I stopped. She was like, no, keep going. And I'm like, then she was like, and I was like, okay. She was like, nope, keep going. You being too nice to yourself. I'm like, seriously? She's like, no, seriously, keep going. So yeah, if you go back and rewatch the stream, you'll come across that part. So knowing her, when if she ends up playing it, she'll she'll get to a point where she has to create her female character, and I'm thinking you can make the breast size larger and the ass larger and things like that. So I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, she told me kept to keep going up in the fucking size. Um, what's up, Total? What's going on, brother? So I'm not going to be here on here for a long time. Give you guys about an hour max tonight. So you got me for like another 15 minutes. I don't use that word to. I don't use that word. I don't. I don't use that word cock. It just sounds so goddamn funny. Only thing I can tell you, Trey, is to go back and rewatch the stream or rewatch the certain part of the stream, and you'll hear her in the background. You'll definitely hear her in the background. Um, hold on. Let me actually, since I am looking, so I'm on my PlayStation right now. I can go and tell you exactly which part of the stream. Just give me a second. Let me pull this shit up on my PlayStation. All right, see library, my videos. All right, it is at the 26. What happened to my Warriors live stream? What you mean what happened to it? I don't know if they're gonna get a new Saints Row. 26.3 second of the stream. It's there. But I tell you, she actually let me go. It's hold on. It is at the 26 minute mark. You talking about this the Warrior stream that I did a while ago? It's Saints Row 3. Yeah, Saints Row 3. What's up, Mike? What's going on? It's so crazy. Because I started dying laughing when I seen that you can do that. What's going on, man? That's just I just started down laughing. I'm just watching this shit for the first time since last night. You hear her ass in the background talking about some let me see. I was giving Sarah a timestamp from the Saints Row stream from last night because it was my first time playing it, and so I was giving her a timestamp, but I had never known that you can actually create your character as much as you can, and then it's a certain part where your your yeah in the 26 minute mark where you're actually customizing your character in the sex appeal, and the sex appeal makes your characters if it's a male, it makes his penis size large, and if you take it down to one, it's just as flat as his goddamn legs or whatever. So then within that period of time, she was just like, okay. I didn't sound uncomfortable. I didn't think she was gonna. I didn't think she was gonna be putting my uh putting my shit out there. No pun intended. Putting my shit out there for everybody to know. But it is what it is. Fuck it. It is what it is.
It's every once in a while.
No, it was no pun. It was no pun intended in that one.
Really bad.
Not purposely.
Really bad. And it stays bad for a long time.
Nah. This is I have a couple things that where I chill in the house with,
Where is this winter like?
and or I consider like my night clothes. What's up, Jack? What's going on, man? So like this jersey, another one, like two of my Maryland jerseys, and then I'll do y'all are crazy. And I have like a couple other shirts of where like I just use it just kind of sleep and chill in the house. I don't want none. No, thank you, there, Mark. Oh, on Saints Row. When I play it again, I will.
Really? Really? You serious?
No, I don't drink beers, man. I'm not really a drinker at all, but I definitely don't drink beers.
Fuck. I need that. I need it. I need it. Is that all that's down here, Chad?
Um,
Isn't there anything else down here?
I don't know, man. I don't know if you have to do that, Trey.
The other way?
So I trimmed this beard down yesterday,
The plank?
and so
Right, where, I mean, I know the Blood Rock is down here, but.
what has you disappointed about the remaster, Mark? Is this just not as good as you was hoping it was going to be? Like, what were your expectations with it? Did they give a official date as far as to when it's going to restart?
God damn it. I don't see where the hell this thing is.
Okay, okay.
Is it a door or something?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of people feel your sentiments about that, Mark, as far as them just making the brand new Saints Row.
Yeah, the Blood Rock is either
But I
this way
mean,
or
I
this
think
way.
when it first came out initially, like they tried to make it like almost as open world as GTA in a sense. But you try to do something in the style of GTA, it's not going to do as great. I mean, Sleeping Dogs has tried, and Sleeping Dogs is good. Don't get me wrong. I think the combat on it is the combat on Sleeping Dogs is something different. And then of course you have to worry about, well, not really worry about, but then you have, like, you remember the game Driver, and they had like Driver 3, and then
I was looking
what
for
you
a
talking about,
couple
the
options,
second,
dude.
talking about the second Watch Dogs? I didn't play either one of them. I didn't want to.
Can't remember.
Yeah, man, they was whipping my ass. They was whipping my ass. I remember that.
Yo, C9 thinks it's $100.
Yeah, I think at this point now, I think a lot of people, including myself, are waiting to see what the new GTA is going to be like and what it's going to look like. The last show I binge watched, whew, um, the last show I binge watched, I got to think about that. Got to think about that because I can't remember the last show I sat there and binge watched. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I haven't actually had the time to sit down and watch anything as far as like series on Netflix right now.
Fuck you, Spider.
Nah, I didn't.
Get a good look.
Yeah, I can't remember the last show I actually
Definitely
sat there and
something
watched.
down there. Oh, it's right here. Right fucking behind me. I guess I'll get my I still don't think I have anything in there.
I do like to watch
Fucking behind me.
Married with Children. Like, I do like to watch that on
Can
on
I
Hulu.
kill? Oh, you can't kill him. I killed
A show like Married with Children couldn't survive in this day and age. Nah, with all the sexist jokes that they did and all the fat shaming jokes that they did on got to pick one between Best Friends, Seinfeld. I know you didn't mean to spell Seinfeld like that, or The Office. Ooh. Well, I'm gonna take out. Um, I'm gonna take out Best Friends. Best Friends is not going to be in there. That's a tough one between Seinfeld and The Office. That's a real tough one between those two. That is real tough. Um, Damn, I can't choose between those two. I really can't. Community was almost like a to me it was shot the same way that The Office was shot. So I don't know. I don't think I have to worry about that part as far as me getting picked on. I think that's far from my that'll be far from my worry right now. I did start watching what's that name? Uncut Gems earlier, but then I stopped watching it. I got a little bored of it. Yeah, I mean, we'll just wait to see what they're gonna do with the next season, Trey. Because I mean, they still haven't even released the finale just yet, so we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, I agree with you there, Sarah. It definitely is not the same anymore. That I would agree. That I would totally agree. It's definitely not the same. Um, so yeah, like I love to watch Married with Children. A lot of the older episodes, well, a lot of the episodes in general. Married with Children is just fucking hilarious to me. But like I said before, like a lot of those jokes that they did back then um, won't fly now in this day and age. Not even remotely. You can't do fat jokes, as they call it, or you can't do jokes in regards to like the big kind of really kind of edgy type ones. Those won't fly. They won't fly at all. Like all of Al's jokes mainly was Marcy talking about her breast size, talking about whether or not if she was a dude, then um, then the fat shaming that he did with the women that came into the shoe store. It was just that shit can't fly. But then the other show that was just like it that WB had. Um, what's up, Camel? But then the other show that the WB had at the time was Unhappily Ever After, and that to me was like a spin-off version or a watered down version of Married with Children. But then you had the little stuffed bunny that was like way more edgier than, well, not way more, but he was a little bit more edgier than Al was. Yeah, Bernie Mac show was good, but then after a while it started to kind of fall off too. I started losing my interest in that show after a little bit myself. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, Sarah? Shit like that. You can't do that now. It'll be so it'll be so many goddamn complaints being called in about that show that should have get it won't even last a season. But I enjoy watching that goddamn show though. I enjoy watching that show. That shit is funny. Same thing with Seinfeld. Seinfeld, the way that they deliver the jokes in Seinfeld and the way the characters are in Seinfeld is what makes that show funny.
in regards to racial justice and equality. So, thank you everybody for the insane contributions tonight. It means a lot. I haven't been streaming that long. And just to let you know, I will also be donating $2,000 on top of what you guys have contributed. Because of my internet issues tonight and the large amount that is going to be contributing with my own, which is going to be over 15,000 now. I will let you guys know when the contribution is due.
Yeah.
Big
Al
thank
has
you
so
to
many Al
everybody
has so
who
many goddamn
supports this community and your video games
goddamn
community and video game fandom.
one-liners that are just so funny.
You guys, I'm really sorry I'm
So funny.
both in a specialist way. If there is one night this could not happen on, please just give me a break. It would have been tonight. Unfortunately, it is. So it is what it is. Was that JJ crying? That was JJ crying. JJ.
So what is a show that you guys hate
Right.
that if you were to sit down and have to watch it, like you won't be able to watch it at all, and you'll turn the shit immediately, like as soon as you even see anything remotely pop up for it.
Yeah, at 1:30 in the morning, it could just like fix itself. That's how long it took last time. Until like 1:30 in the morning.
Love it, hip hop. Hmm.
Yeah.
All this reality based TV shit, I just can't stand.
You don't like this.
The one show I did watch at one point that I used to watch when I was younger, I actually, believe it or not, was Real World. I used to watch the Real World a lot, a whole lot, and then I just got tired of it. Yeah, Supergirl. Isn't that show on the CW?
8 years I see
Yeah,
that.
that's the show on the CW. I can understand that. All the superhero shows kind of feel the same way. I'm sorry, baby. All the superhero shows on CW feel the same way. Extremely corny. But I watch fucking Smallville.
See from love eating a bag of skinny hot cat.
Well, I never even thought about watching that show. Yeah, it just, I don't know, man. I think at that point I was just ready for the series just to be over with. Like I invested so many years into watching it, and then, you know, it's like it's like The Walking Dead. Like started off so great, and then it started to get like worse and worse and worse, and then when it got to the tail end, they tried to improve it, but at that point I was already kind of like tuned out of it, and I didn't want to waste any more time on into watching it. So like when I heard it was the final season of it, and I was like, all right, let's just watch it. I already put all this time into watching it at this point, and it's just no point of not watching it.
No! Screw it.
Um,
I never had
yeah, I
any
mean,
idea, right?
it's just you know how the writing can be sometimes. You know how the writing can be. I mean, granted, yes, that was one of the best CW shows as far as superhero shows that was ever created. I would give you that part. But as some seasons or some shows when they get into the later seasons, and you can see that the writing of the show starts to go like you know kind of like go downward or whatever. Um, you'll be able to tell. Like it'll be noticeable. It'll be very noticeable.
God damn it! Super delayed. Yo, Tito, thank you for the 5 gifts. Super fucking delayed. Jesus.
Man, shit, it's just like crazy. All right, let me check to see what time it is. All right, yeah, it's about almost 3 o'clock in the morning, and I don't want to be up too much longer in the room talking while my wife is trying to go to sleep. So I'm going to call it a night for myself, and I'll be back tomorrow at some point. And yeah, so everybody have a good night. Get some rest. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, and we'll have some fun. Um, if I have some time to do some gaming stream, then I'll do a gaming stream. If not, it'll be another a chat stream like this tomorrow. So other than that, have a good night, everybody. See y'all later. Love you guys. Appreciate all the support, and everybody take care of yourself.